Hello, Rav Michael Laitman. I'd like maybe first present myself and tell you where do I come from to the spiritual world of Kabbalah and maybe also the wisdom of life. So my name is Amir Cohen, and it's about 20 years that I'm a program manager for a radio 103 FM. And we have a program, your program, in which we are trying to reach people and bring them, one could say, to make Kabbalah accessible for them. Meaning to try and find a new audience that will connect to the wisdom, to the path, if I understand correctly, the manner by which to live life that is more complete, more whole, more connected, more happy. Correct. Throughout my life, I've been through many experiences in this field. I've been through workshops. In the 80s, there was something called EST, if you remember, if you heard of. Something in Israel was known as IM, kind of a self-improvement workshop. And those workshops that I've been throughout my whole life gave me basically the tools to cope with, looking at the world in the right manner and cope with what is meant to be a human being in this great universe. And then I discovered the Kabbalah. And then basically I heard there's such thing called Kabbalah, which basically gives you similar answers or more answers with respect to our essence and how basically we are connecting to the right things instead of working on automatically, instead of working our whole life automatically. And recently we've started a broadcast that is being transmitted every Sunday in 103 FM with the Rav. And I have a sensation that there's a certain gap between what people conceive as Kabbalah and what you try to transmit as the wisdom of Kabbalah. Yes. So to start with, do you feel there's a distance between, or a gap between your desire to reach people, explain to them that there's all that goodness that they can receive, and people aren't ready to receive it and ready to open themselves up, to change habits and come and study? It's hard. It's not that they don't want. They can't. A person is already accustomed to a very specific attitude to the wisdom of Kabbalah, as something that speaks of spirits, demons, angels, something in the sky, maybe something stars, charms, all kind of voodoo. Yes. So basically something that depicted in them as something incorrect or not positive to do in life. Meaning they got a wrong image of what is the wisdom of Kabbalah or preconceived idea. So many times when I hear the lessons and also the evening before I got here to the broadcast, I heard your lessons that take place at 3 a.m. and I heard interview programs with Iran Kurtz, another radio announcer. And sometimes the terms are a bit heavy. I like to sit and talk with you to explain in simple terms what is basically the wisdom of Kabbalah give to a person, to me as a human being. What does it enable me? What tools do I receive? Maybe we'll also talk about a few practical things in which the wisdom of Kabbalah basically contribute to me to open up, to reach for my very self, to reach the truth. There are many types of people. There are those who are longing for wisdom. There are those who want only to ease their life to some extent. There are those who only want to slightly check what's going on here in the world they're in. There are those who want to enter further in, to know how the world is managed and maybe to control it. There are those who are only searching for fortune and a good sensation. There are those who say, I don't care, good sensation, chance, I want to rule, say. And studying Kabbalah is basically to have control of your life. Therefore, when I am facing a certain, say, auditorium or with people, when I give a lecture or talk, general public talk, there more or less First of all, I want to know in front of whom am I standing. In the radio, it's very difficult because you don't see the people. Yes, and suddenly you found people that can ask you in a way that will confuses everyone maybe and spin around, and you don't know how to give him an answer because according to what will you give, according to what height, and for it to be understood to everyone. But the terms are such that it's difficult. But basically what you've said to start with is that there are people who want to know the whole world, to rule, and there are people who want only the little good things that they want. So you're recommending approaching them? No, I'm asking, are there people that will never be able to reach studying of the wisdom of Kabbalah? Everyone would succeed, everyone can. So we need to make it accessible. Meaning you're recommending, again, to relate to the most common denominator, to beginner, and always speak only on that level? Also to relate to the most common person. It's not only that. Also the most common person, the moment he hears something of wisdom, he receives some of it. So I believe. He receives some of the wisdom. But at times, when we are putting in broadcast sentences like the big light and the wisdom and our love and things that to this public sounds a bit celestial, a bit it's like it's hard even for me to find the words, but indeed it sounds a bit remote. I would be very glad if let's talk of a certain topic and find a manner to explain to a person that should he have that tool of the wisdom of Kabbalah, should he learn Kabbalah, he'll begin to understand how basically things are working. And